Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to this week's meeting of the Essex Business Forum. As you know, I'm Aidan Smyre, I'm your meeting chairman. And with regard to my lip, you should have seen the other bloke. Right, my job to get you through the agenda. Leadership team are always with great assistance. Could they be upstanding and introduce themselves, please?
Hello everybody, Jane Mallion, Membership Committee Chair.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Terry, I'm your membership and recruitment.
Good morning, folks. I'm Scott, your meeting secretary, looking after the stats, and of course, being the handsome face of my chat.
Yay!
Well, I'm your social secretary.
Thank you all. Please be seated. Before I get the meeting underway, may I extend a welcome to Stephen Chilton. Morning. Morning to you. Hope you enjoy the meeting. And let's get that meeting underway, as usual, with the performance lead, Scott.
Right. Yes, the performance lead. So, 2 weeks recorded in our score sheets so far this month. Stephen, for your benefit, we keep a league of contribution from all the members, reset each month. Points earned by simple things like just turning up, and then giving and receiving business, having one-to-one get-togethers to learn more about our business. Loads and loads of different ways we all score points. Paul threw down the challenge last week. He was in second place. I said, let's go for it, let's go. So let me tell you how we're working. 2/3 of members have already topped the 88-point benchmark we all strive to achieve each month, so well done. But places at the top, let's have a little look. 174 points, third place for Smithy. Well done. Second place, 180 points. First place, 286 points. It's a fight at the top, but Paul, sorry about that. Smashing it.
You are smashing
He declared it. And there we go. Sorry, mate.
Well done, Scott. Bit sort of Tom. Can't win every month, I suppose.
Right. Thank you very much, Scott. As I'm standing in for Ben today, Ed Slot. Stuart, could you give us the benefit of your...
Yes. Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So, we've got one of these. Do you know these?
Yeah.
Right. Everyone loves a freebie. Okay, there's free advice, free trial, free extra added on at the end. It feels generous, builds goodwill, and it often helps start relationships a little bit faster. Now, don't get me wrong, giving things away can be a very smart business move. The question is, what does it say about us? If I give something away too easily, too often, without any explanation or without any context, then what might the other person naturally pursue? Maybe that it didn't really actually have very much value, or that it wasn't worth paying for in the first place, or even that my time or my product, my service doesn't actually have that much value. Now, free can be very powerful, but it can also reduce our perceived value if we're not careful. So, here's the important thing that I've learned, is that free should never be worthless. Just because I'm not charging you for something doesn't mean it isn't costing me something. It could be my time, it could be my product, my service, my team's effort, the expertise. Even stock in this sort of case. There's always a cost involved, and therefore there should always be value. Now, this is where I think we can be a little bit more intentional, a little bit smarter sometimes as business owners. So the goal isn't to stop being generous, the goal is to frame that generosity comes across properly. Now, the practical way that I've now learned to do this is that if I do give something away for free, I always show its value. Now, I will include it on an invoice and then I will discount it to 0, 100% discount, and mark it down. Now, the financial result is still the same. They pay nothing, but the psychological effect is a completely different result. The message is that this item that I've given you, whether it's a free survey, a free delivery, a free gift, or whatever, you didn't pay for it, but it isn't free. Okay? It also says that because it was free this time, don't then expect it to be free every time. Okay? It protects the integrity of my pricing and it reinforces our professionalism. It helps the client understand what things are actually worth. So yeah, feel free to give things away, be generous, add value before you're asked, but do it deliberately, do it confidently. And always remember, if we value our time, our product or our service or our expertise, then other people are far more likely to value them too. Yes.
I also think the price tag will make it perfect.
Stuart, thank you very much. Well made. Point well made.
Yeah.
Terry, do we have any membership matters that you wish to report?
No, we're having a rest.
Right, okay. Whilst you're resting, then let me first of all send a little box round for you to put your offerings in this week. Just for Stephen, the referrals that we do and the acknowledgements that we make, put them in paper, it comes round and we will deal with them. You'll see how we deal with them. I'll also send around the business card box. Please make sure you're adequately represented in there. Take cards that you might need to effect introductions for members. Right, that leads us into the 60-second round. Your chance in 60 seconds to promote your business or look for the clients that you're looking for. Paul is our bellman, which is what you'll hear after 60 seconds. Before that, he'll do the 50-second round. So when you hear the double bell, if you haven't already signed off and sat down, please. Right. Terry is standing in for Matt today in listening out in relation to the Oscar Award at the end of the round. So let's get up, without more ado, let's get underway. We'll let Terry go first so that he can spend the rest of his time listening to you all, and he'll be followed by Terry. Terry.
Yeah, thanks, Leann. Good morning, everybody. Terry Maley from CM Law. For our benefit of seeing, I'm a solicitor, and I sue almost anyone for almost anything. Going on from our personal injury thing, we've got a really nice testimonial from a client in the last few days. Just thought I'd read out a section of it, just to reinforce the fact that I'm looking for personal injury clients, and this is why you should send them to me. So, dear Terry, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to convey my heartfelt gratitude for the outstanding support and dedication provided during the course of my personal injury claims. From the very beginning, your professionalism, expertise were evident, and they truly made a significant difference in navigating what was at the time a complex and stressful process. I appreciate how you kept me informed at every stage, promptly answering my queries and providing clear guidance. Your commitment to my case was unwavering, gave me the confidence I was in capable hands, etc., etc. So, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who want those sort of services. They want somebody who's going to deal with it properly, and yeah, you know, whose details to give them. Terry Maiden, TM Law, thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Excuse me. Toby, you're next, and you're followed by Paul Corrigan.
Morning, everybody. For Stephen's benefit, I'm a personal business mentor helping business owners get from where they are to where they want to be. And I come across three types of business owners. There's those that don't have a crystal clear vision of what they want their business to do for them. There's those that have got a vision, but they don't have a directional plan to implement that vision. And there's those that have got the vision and the plan, but they're not focused and not keeping on track to it. So I can help with all of those and lots of other things, but it's about helping them develop that crystal clear vision, reverse engineering that into a directional plan, and then keep them on focus by monthly mentoring. So if you know anybody who may be lacking vision, clarity of vision, direction and focus, or any of those three, then please do put them in touch with me. It's Toby Acton, pole position, getting your business on track and putting you in a winning position.
Thank you, Toby. Paul, you're followed by Sally.
Morning all, Paul Corrigan from Solitaire Plumbing and Heating. Please bear with me, I haven't had much sleep last night. My own fault. But it's been a busy year so far. It's been mental. I'm not complaining, it's a good thing, but yeah, it's hard work. But we've been working for people like Malden Council for years now, Malden Housing Association for a few years. We've started doing more for Danbury Council as well, which is a good one. They're actually asking us to do a contract as well, which is the first one for me, to do a contract for that. So perhaps I need to have a chat with someone about that. But yeah, it's all good news. So if the likes of Malden and Danbury can trust us, then hopefully you can trust me to recommend me to anyone you know. Anyway, thanks for listening. Paul from Tulsa.
Thank you, Paul. Sally, you're followed by.
Morning everyone, I'm Sally Wilson from Leann Home Fragrances. I am a creator, manufacturer, wholesaler, white labeller of candles, diffusers, room mist, anything that smells nice for your home. So today I've done a little treat because my value for giving you this sample is so that you can smell one of my fragrances, because I could stand here all day and tell you something smells like it's really hard to understand. So that little pouch has got a tiny wax melt in. Scott, you're welcome to grab them all at the end, or anyone else welcome to take them home. But this is Energize, and this is one of the first fragrances that I've created. I have wrapped them in tissue because it is quite powerful, but it's Sicilian lemon, it's Thai lime, Indian lemongrass, and a little top note of mango. It's really juicy. For this time of year, it is a burst of sunshine on these gloomy days. It's like a lovely summer breeze just brushing across the citrus grove. So if you would like a little pep up, if you feel like you could do some energising, invigorating, Energize is the fragrance for you. So that's all I have to say on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sally. Howard, followed by Sarah.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We're the financial advisors based in Ricky, and most of what we do centres around investment and retirement planning. We also do protection fees on life and critical cover as well. I've got a client who's 83 years old, and he's about to gift his company to his wife, who's about 15 years younger. And then she's going to gift that in 2 years' time to a trust for the family. Now that creates an inheritance tax liabilities for 9 years, and they'd like to insure that as a life cover. There's nothing on the market that will do that, because the liability will kind of go along like that for about 4 years, 5 years rather, and they start to trail off. So I built one. I put it together just before Christmas. The day I sent it out to the clients and the solicitor and the accountants and everyone else, the government changed their business relief rules and changed that allowance from £1 million up to £2.5 million, which changed everything. My maths went out the window, I've got to do the whole thing again, but I don't care because I'm charging a whopping great big fee to do this. So if you know anyone else is going to give their company to the wife who's going to put it into a trust, then you know where to send them. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Howard. Sarah, you're followed by Stuart.
Good morning everybody, Sarah from Orbital Assistance Services. I help small business owners free up time to do what really matters. So I recently hired my first associate to help me out. She's been taking on the overflow tasks and helping out just generally. And this week I had a number of deadlines which were all coming at once. I got a few clients for whom I help with their tax returns and getting their expenses receipts all together so that they can give them to their accountant without them having a nervous breakdown. And my associate, I just said to her, please could you just deal with this? There's some missing expenses, this one's a bit of a mess, this spreadsheet. And it was such a relief to have someone just do stuff and you don't have them to think about it anymore. So I know what that's like, and I can tell you that if you want to feel like that, I can help you. So if you know anybody that's kind of got too much on in their head, or it's you and you think, I just would like the relief of someone taking stuff off my plate, let me know. That's Sarah Smith from Orbital Assistance Services.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Stuart, you're followed by Mike.
Morning everybody, Stuart from LG Networks, Power Service and IT support company. This morning actually I want to talk about our internet services. We provide business grade internet services. We provide them for all types of businesses, from small businesses with 4 or 5 people in, up to after national chains, national chains of care homes, like after Renault nationally, Royal Opera House, and some really big names that you would know. Those guys, they need great big fat dedicated internet lease lines, and they pay a lot of money for very big services. But you can get small versions of those dedicated private services. So we're looking for businesses that need that little step up from the basic public internet, are willing to pay a little bit more for a private, dedicated, full private service. If you know, speak to any businesses that get fed up with their internet, their Wi-Fi keeps dropping out, anything like that, particularly in this weather, if anyone's still running on a copper service, weather like this can really interfere with those services. So if you hear of anyone moaning about that, please come in touch with me, Stuart Hills, Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart. Mike, you're next, and you're followed by Shannon.
Good morning, everyone. Mike from Blackwood Media, and I provide photography, videography, and drone content for businesses and events. So, following on from Stuart talking about giving away freebies and hopefully the value involved in them, last year I put together a couple of pamphlets that are available on my website. And the reason being that if people are putting out a lot of content and doing different things with video, you don't always need to get a professional involved to do it. If you do things regularly, you can make great stuff just using your mobile phone. So the first pamphlet I put out was how to get the best out of using your phone. And it's just basic tips about how to light things, how to get better sound, and just slightly bring up the quality of the video that you're putting out yourself. But there is other times when it's really worth investing in a professional to come in and get higher quality video. And then you've got the second pamphlet, which explains when those times are, what are the proven most effective things to have on your website, and how to go about achieving them, what you're going from there. These are pretty crappy printed versions from at home because we don't have a printer in the group anymore, we need to look into that. But the high quality versions are available free on my website, just go and download them, and hopefully they can be helpful to you all. So, Mike, that one's me. Thank you.
Mike. Shannon, you're followed by Luke.
Good morning, everyone. Shannon from Downton Mortgages and Financial Services. Happy New Year to you all. I haven't seen you, so I can still say that. This year has started off quite busy for us, which is good. I'm not complaining, like you said, Paul. But it seems that once the year starts, everyone kind of wants to get their finances in order. They want to start reviewing their insurances, and they want to start ticking off those things that are on their life admin to-do list that just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed. So it's all happening right now. So if you know anyone that is in that position, they're starting to look at their finances, looking at their insurances, or they have a mortgage that's coming up for renewal this year, please have them get in touch. Shannon at Downton Mortgages.
Thank you, Shannon. Blake, you're next, and you're followed by Kat.
Morning, everyone. Blake, I haven't decided on the name yet. You're AI consultant. This week I'm looking for referrals, well not referrals really, what do I call them? Pointers from you lot. How you use AI, how you're looking to use AI, how you think you'd use AI, and let me know. I'm trying to build out my portfolio of little tidbits of this AI can do this or how you can do this. So if you can all let me know how you think you'd use it or trying to use it, I can build my portfolio and hopefully demonstrate some of that to you instead of me still here talking about it. So this week, if you can get on that and let me know, I'll be very much grateful. Thank you very much.
Catherine, you're followed by Leann.
Morning everyone, I'm Catherine Foley, Institute of Plus, but actually I'm speaking about English Writer Plus today, which is now added to my profile on LinkedIn and a tab on my website. So we all know, as Scott frequently reminds us, that we need to keep adding resources to our websites in order to keep Google happy. But it's easy to keep putting that job to the bottom of your list when you're actually running your business, especially if you don't enjoy writing. Fortunately, I do enjoy writing, so this is where I can help you. So far, I've been writing some blogs for TM Law, I've got some case studies for Joshua, AI information page for John, and some proofreading for Stu's website, the EDF website, and Scott's website. So I can help any of you here. I can work from information I find on your website. You can give me bare bones, and I can work with that. I've worked from architects' drawings and pictures. I can work from a voice note that you send me. Basically, you give me as much information as you wish to, and I will write something which talks to your human customers in a clear, engaging, and accurate way, and allows you to update your website. I offer a 10% discount to all EDF members, so if you think I can help you, let's arrange a one-to-one and sort it out.
Leann, you're followed by Castle Hall.
me. Leann from Brentwood Interiors. Now, you've got the inspiration, and that could be hundreds of screenshots, maybe pages ripped out from magazines, who knows. But none of it is helping you create that dream room. Inspiration is easy, it's implementing and getting it right, it's the hard part, and that's where I can really help. So please listen in my presentation today, because I will explain the work that goes into a design and how I can help you following on that. As Leann from Brentwood Interiors.
Thank you, Leann. Paul, you're followed by John.
Good morning, everyone. Paul from Essex Celebrants, helping you commemorate and celebrate life's important milestones. A year ago, I wasn't a celebrant. A year ago, I was on the training course, and when I decided I wanted to become a celebrant, I was determined to do it properly, to get proper training, gain qualifications, and become the best celebrant I could possibly be. And I did the training, I did well at that, qualifications progressing, and the less than 1 year that I've been doing, it's been the most joyful and fulfilling job that I've ever done. I'm still learning, but yeah, I want to do more of it. I'm going to be growing this business this year. Last year was very much about sort of an apprenticeship, learning the trade, working out what works, what doesn't. This year was very much about pushing that forward. So that's where I stand at the moment. Thank you to everyone here that's helped me in the last year, and I look forward to what the future brings. Thank you.
Paul. Thank you, Paul. John, you're followed by David.
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Hammond from JMH Technology, and we install all your security needs, whether it's CCTV, access control, fire alarm, or even emergency light testing. Well, what sets us different from everybody else? Well, we're not cowboys. We install what you need, not what you think you need. We sit down with you and work out what your requirements are. And to that end, we've got a client that wanted a visitor system on their landlord-tenant building. Now, it's a fairly big building, got 4 tenants and themselves in there. They needed a visitor system that would mark in the visitors for each tenant, but also mark in their staff. So when there's a fire, they can run out the building and then scan a QR code on their phone, and each tenant gets their list of staff in the building, but each tenant also gets their visitors that are in the building. And it's down to that tenant to mark them out. No other system does that at the moment. We sat down with the client and we got it rewritten for the client. Now we can sell it to everybody else. So the client got it for free, but now we can market it ourselves. So if you want a system that works, give us a shout. That's John Hammond from JMH Technology, providing technology to security.
Thank you, John. Dave, you're followed by Jane.
Morning, Dave from Brentwood Electrical. We're domestic, commercial and industrial electricians based in Brentwood. This week we've been carrying out some repairs to some industrial units after some testing. So as I spoke in the past, testing is a really good referral for me because it does lead to extra work. We've wired out 4 new storage units with lights and power, and we've been continuing a house refurb. We've been doing a bit out of the area for us, probably handy on 10, so it's a bit of a trek, but we're working on that still. And we've finished doing some emergency lighting. But this week, I just wanted to highlight that we still can do a really good price on EV chargers. There's a couple of manufacturers that are discounting them by about £150 at the moment, so we're passing that £150 on to our customers. And there's still grants available for commercial installations as well. So anybody who wants the EV charger or any other electrical work, please give me a call. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Jane, you're followed by Scott.
Good morning, Jane from the English Green Tea Company, delivering foodie treats everywhere. And I'm looking for event organisers and marketing companies, please. This week we've delivered 11 Employee of the Month gifts all over Great Britain. Foodie treats based on English green tea. Guess who the employer was? McDonald's. That's a random connection, but we've done it for them before and we'll do it again. Meanwhile, jam pots, bargain, just for £5, including spoon. If you would like to buy them, I'd be appreciative. And if you don't, I'll remember.
Thank you very much, Jane. So will we. Scott, you're followed by me.
Good morning, folks. I thought I'd tell you about something I did this week with one of my clients that you should perhaps think about as well. Sat down with them, they came to my home office. we had a 4 or 5 hour session looking at the most important pages on their websites and rewriting that content for 2026. As part of that process, Blake, you'll appreciate this. We asked a couple of different AI platforms. The client had some SEO people that he follows on YouTube and some marketing people. So we asked AI, how would this person rewrite this piece of content? Or what inspiration would these people or these things use? And that really helped us to work and improve what we're trying to say. And it focused us to make sure that those bits of content were really delivering the exact message that we wanted. So if you want a review like that, give us a shout. Sit down and chat. Thank you.
Scott, English marketer and law. As you know, I went for a holiday park in Cornwall, where static caravans are on long leases at low rents. The units sell for about £150,000 each, and we deal with the failure to pay service charges and for the freeholder in providing information on sales of one unit from one to another, consents to dealing and receiving details of the new owners. Today, the leaseholders have paid all of our costs, not just the client a penny. It's closed season now, and individual owners are doing quite a lot of buying and selling, and sites are also up for sale. So keep your eyes open. You know that I deal with it. If you come across anybody who is buying or selling or wants to, in particular, sell a site or buy a site, think of it. That's Aidan Squire from TM Law. And Paul.
Morning, Paul Booth from Brentwood Coach, certified accountant based in Brentwood. Obviously been doing lots of tax returns these last few months. Quite a few interesting trends. Been seeing how much people have been earning compared to previous years, and for employees, particularly female employees working in the city, their earnings are up considerably. Maybe someone who's earning 150k in 23-24 is earning 250k in 24-25, and that brings extra tax planning opportunities. So I'm looking for anyone who completes a self-assessment tax return. Maybe they're paying too much tax or not sure. Please put my way. All good from Booth & Co. Minimise tax. That's my role.
Thank you very much, Paul. Right, that's the end of the members' contributions. Stephen, would you like to give us 60 seconds?
Well, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. My name's Steve Chilton. I'm the account director at ERB Commercial Risks. Not Herb, as some people have referred it to. It's named after the firstborn of my MD, which is Elodie Rose Banks. I've been in the insurance industry for 30 years. That might be surprising, I look a bit younger than that. But essentially, I'm probably a little bit different from a lot of people in insurance. Most people, you're either your insurance broker or you're an underwriter, and one or the other. Essentially, I've done both. I spent half my career in the industry as a fleet and motor trade underwriter at companies like AXA, and the other half of it as a commercial broker, which does give you a bit of a unique perspective on insurance, and does give you the ability to speak to underwriters and carry deals that perhaps other brokers might not necessarily get, because I've worked with a long majority of these people in the city. We are a traditional commercial insurance broker. We have been set up 12th year this year, based in Wilson's Corner. Like I say, we're a commercial corporate broker. So anybody who's got property, got fleet vehicles, got staffing, professional indemnity, cyber, D&O, there's a very exhaustive list. But essentially, if you've got an insurance headache, come speak to me and I'll take it away. Steve from the end. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Right, that is the end of the 60-second round. Terry, can I have your deliberations, please?
Yeah, thanks, Aid. Thanks very much. As is normal, when we have a guest, it's always work. People up their game. It's amazing. We need more guests regularly. Really high quality. Really high. Howard, you nearly got it. It was really good. If you just shut up when the bell went, you'd have been fine. Some people just can't. And there were a couple of others, really high quality ones. I won't waste any more time. Catherine was really good, but I think Sally, not only did you give out a sample, but then you tied in the sample. As you said, your thing is very hard to describe, the scent. So I was really pleased that you did that and made the effort to bring those. So I'm going to award it to Sally.
well done, Sally. You were only saving yourself the journey to anybody else. Right. Next up is the meeting secretary report.
I shall keep it super quick and simple. Today, I've counted 14 new referral opportunities shared around the room, £6,500 worth of business recorded since last week. Looking at our monthly totals, that all sits on top of £42,000 worth of business we've done in the last couple of weeks. So that's where we are. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Right, we approach the 10-minute presentation. And whilst it's going on, I can sit and sniff that today, Brooklyn Interiors, as it says so there. And the nature of the business is transforming homes. The personal section, a frightening incident, looking at my bank balance, sympathise with that. Something that winds me up, people with no manners, right? And how to relax, she watches renovation shows. And the dish that she can cook well is diets and Coke chicken. And whether it's the diet, you know, with the chicken or the chicken that's been on a diet. But anyway, it's Leann.
How many times you prepared this? So, yes, so you all know who I am, so I won't go into that. But I do want to explain that there's so much more to what I say I do. So most people think that interior design is just picking a few cushions here and there and laying them and making it look nicely. But actually that's a very, very small part of what I do. So I'm going to talk you through what actually goes into my designs and why it matters and how it helps my clients make smarter, long-term decisions about how they live and live in their homes. But it's not just about the aesthetics, it's not just how it looks, it's how it works for the family. I solve problems, I take away overwhelm, I save them time, and I save them money. So, I really try to get to know my clients, what their pain points are, and how I can solve those for them. And it's asking questions that dig a little bit deeper. They might sound a bit strange to some, but such as, what's your morning routine? What's the first thing you do when you walk through the door when you get home from work or when you've been out shopping? Where is your happy place and why? What they dislike about the space, and do I need to hide any features that they absolutely hate, can't stand looking at, but it's impossible to move? Or do they want me to emphasise the feature? So that's the first part, and then the tricky part. It's working out their style. Now, this is just a few styles that people say to me, oh, I really like this one, I really like this one. So what someone explains to me might not be how I see sort of modern country. So it's asking them why. What is it about that picture? What is it about that room that you actually like? What are you drawn to and all of this? So it's finding out, and there's a few more there, it's finding out what it is they like. Because there's no point me designing a minimalist space if they are maximalist. And then it's sort of working with, they might have inspiration, and it's working from their inspiration, again, finding out their styles, but it could be different things, and my inspiration as well. I look through magazines, I'm always on the internet, I like being in nature, walking around shops, not that there is many home shops now, but walking around shops, and attending trade shows, from all different, from kitchen door handles to paint, it's all new coming out, and it's inspiration that I can use for clients' houses. And then it's bringing it all together, bringing that discussion together, finding out that information, and put it into an ideas board or a mood board or something brilliant, to see that I'm on the right track with those people, that yes, that's exactly what they like. Have I got the colours right? Is that the sort of style that you want? Because there's no point me designing a whole room and they go, well, that's nothing like what I wanted. So they're quite important as well. But that includes choosing colours. Now, colours are really tricky, because some people hate colours, some people love colours, and it depends what tone, where, it's all these other things you have to think of, especially with a room. It's what way is the room facing, north, south, east, west, because actually it does make a difference to the colour. People will look out the undertones, if there's a red undertone or a grey undertone. When will the room be used? If it's going to be predominantly in the evening, we need to think about the lighting. We'll move on to that. So it's really hard. You really have to find out and really work around what you're working with the clients. Once that's decided, then I can think about, okay, right now we need to put together some ideas, some colours, some materials for, let's say I'm doing a bedroom for the carpet, the curtains, the headboard, the wallpaper, the paint on the woodwork, the cushions as well, and everything else, the furniture, everything else, bringing it together and showing the clients so they get the feel, so they get the colours or how they work together. And that's quite experimental, because you can think, right, that's blue, I'm going to have this blue. You put them together, and one might be more yellow than the other one, and it's just like that, it's horrible. So it's quite experimental, but that's fun as well. I love being in a material shop and finding everything else. See, I'm really sad. And then it's considering the flow and how the room will work. Again, there's no point creating a beautiful room, but it causes them trouble every day. It could be a hallway, but it's a fast pace, but we need lots and lots of storage. Or a living room that's got to function for entertaining, but also feeling cosy in the evening and watching a movie with family. And this is where my the layout comes in, and it's on the client and the family, how they live, not how I think they should. And as we said, lighting makes a huge difference, and lighting can actually ruin a whole design. If you work hard to design a space and then you put the wrong colour lighting in, or you don't have enough layers of lighting, you just make it look flat, and it won't look very good at all. So here you've got all the different colours of bulbs, and they make a difference to the colour of the room. And then you want the overhead lighting. You might use it if you need full light. Your task light is make it nice and cosy, or even a lamp, so if you're reading. And then stable lighting. I love some of the lights that come out now are quite amazing, and you can really make a statement with them. And then it's sourcing everything. So I've designed a space, and now I've got to find everything that's going to work. Then I've got to find everything that's going to go into the room. And that could be light switches, plug sockets, just everything that goes into making that space look absolutely wow. Sorry. And then it depends on how far we go. It's putting together the shopping list for the clients. And it's a detailed shopping list. It's everything, again, everything that they need. Laying it out, where it's coming from, how much they need to buy, how much it's going to be. And this also includes delivery costs, so there's no surprise. Oh yes, it's £1,000, but there was £200 delivery costs. It's everything. They don't have surprises. I'll keep them up to date. So whether I'm ordering or they're ordering, it's all there. It's all in black and white, and obviously it links to every item if they're ordering, so that they don't have to search. It's all there. And then I put together documents for the trades. So if the clients are going on to do it themselves, I put together documents for to give to the trades, so that there's no questions, so they can put it into place, the design as I put it. So again, this is a very basic lighting plan, but so that they know how it's working, dimmers, where it's going. Bespoke furniture, so all the measurements that's going to be needed, and a description also comes with it. Again, so there's no question, so the client can just go, there you go, please work on my room. Paul knows this one, he done his bathroom for me. So again, I put together where everything goes, with measurements, what needs to be done. Even I know they knew that they had to build out the room to hide the wiring and pumping. But these are all details that help the client, because the client doesn't know. I've designed the room, they don't know, and this is what I put together for them. And with just a few, again, spaces that I've done. So it's all that planning that I put together to create a room that's for my clients, not for anybody else. It's their home and how they want to live. So yeah, I save them time, stress, and sometimes marriage. I've had a couple where women wanted bold colours and the husband wanted white. So it's finding that balance with them and working, and it worked out in the end. No divorce, they're still together as far as I know. So I can say marriages. Okay, so how can I help you or someone you know? Now I can design one room. It doesn't have to be a whole home, but I can do a whole home. A new home design. I've had inquiries where they're moving into a new home and they want the furniture for the new home. They don't want to take anything that they want moved. I can do that. Holiday or second home. I can do staging. And then moving on, for DIYers, I have developed a new masterclass, which is for people that want to be given inspiration and ideas on how to design their rooms themselves. But we will work on one room, that the process will be that they can use that for every room in their house. So they don't get stuck, they can make confident decisions, and they can love their homes again. That's it. Any questions?
Some presentation notes here. So in terms of referrals, we obviously architects, estate agents for staging. Who else should we be looking out for?
Builders.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite good. Yeah, anyone struggling really. So if you're talking to someone and they go, oh, I want to hide a feature or whatever they do, I can help them.
The example you gave where the wife wanted gold colours and the husband wanted white and the I assume they have got gold colours today.
I've done it right at the start, and then you skirted away from the question, why are there always so many cushions anywhere?
Yeah.
I'm going to the bedroom, and look like there's so many cushions I can't actually get on the bed or into the stairs. Where do they go? Where do they all go?
They go on the floor and they stay there.
No.
And you trip over it.
I just wondered why.
There's all men just put cushions on the floor.
Yeah.
Unless you're my dog, they like jumping around.
I hate the cushions as well. They make me more comfy.
Yeah, can you do an outdoor space? Patio area?
I can give ideas, but that's probably better left to a landscape. But I can give ideas.
But I'm talking not so much about the hard landscaping or the planting, but just the finishing touches, you know, like the ornaments or
Oh,
the
yes. Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Outdoor kitchen.
Yeah.
Presumably, as well as referrals, if we can find contacts who work in the areas that you work in, that would presumably be helpful as well.
Yes. Yeah.
You forgot to mention on this slide, you forgot one of the things, and that was about helping people save money. Perhaps you could tell us about how you do that.
Yeah, so it's something of making positive mistakes. Because I work in my building and you put together a plan so it all works. But you go around, and I'll do it myself, you go out and you see things, well that looks pretty, you take it home, it doesn't work. So you've wasted some money. But it's also, I pass on my trade discounts as well. If I'm, whatever we're buying, if I've got a good trade discount, I will pass on it.
Okay.
So God didn't give me very long legs. And I end up looking like what he called it on this sentence. And you can eat me sentence. Would you be able to give advice on one that didn't have that effect?
Not such a deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cushions.
Yes. What is that?
Cushions.
You donate part of your surplus. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Right. Thank you, Leann, for that. If you could do the quick walking or whatever you do to supervise and help us deal with the referral and testimonials round. We'll, as usual, start with Paul. Paul.
Yeah, welcome, Stephen. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope we see you back. Really good. It's thank you. Yeah. Nice presentation. Really like the slides and the pictures. Very professional. Thank you. On Carol, please.
Thank you. Thank you. And to the next members, Michael Washington and Sarah. That was right there.
Thoroughly comprehensive and effective.
Thank you.
Do this sort of thing, I like that. I love the fact that someone's going to win not only one wine, but a gin chase.
Oh, yeah.
A referral for Paul.
What Paul?
Ah.
I might be around next week because we're just in the last stages of choosing a kitchen. It's coming down to the colours and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Stephen. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Referral for Barbara, she doesn't know about here, for a mortgage for some mortgage advice at least for a friend of mine, and also for Sarah, we're looking to some address details. Thank you all. Stephen, if you stand up, you say a wonderful.
I'll be honest.
You stand up. No, I should say thank you very much. Thanks for the invitation. Much appreciated. It's nice to see a kind of nice, warm, engaging kind of network first in the morning. So I'll be back. And, thank you very much.
Thanks, Leann. Love that thing. It's because we've done that bathroom for you. And it was just so easy. And the engineers were just phoning you, do this, and it's absolutely can't recommend you enough. Thanks for the Scott as well, Stuart. And welcome, Steve. Hopefully see you again. I've got a referral for Josh, but he's not here today.
Thank you. Yeah, really good. So 10 minutes early. We've used you in the past, and yeah, really pleased with the way it turned out. That's great. Yeah.
Thank you.
And Stuart, good attendance. Get a bit excited. Just got one for Howard. And see you next week.
Lovely meeting, nice to see you all as usual. Stuart, thank you for that reminder about freebies. I think when you're professional services and you're selling yourself effectively, it's quite easy to give away freebies if you don't value your time and say, I'll just do that for nothing, but actually, you should be. Leann, you know how talented I think you are, and I think in a group like this, the creativeness of you is really obvious. So some of us have got different skills and things that we've learned, but you have to have a raw talent, and I think that really comes through in what you do. I think you're brilliant. I've got, welcome to Stephen, nice to see you. I've got a few insurance things that I might need to have some work done on. So, I've got one for Dave. One's for my electrics now, finally, and I went to James Synergy, but I put the two on one, so this is for Toby for thank you for the money. Everybody welcome, a reminder about James Synergy. See you next week, have a lovely week, everybody.
Great meeting, great to meet you. Great Essex Business and welcome, Stephen. Yeah, have a good week. I'll see you next week.
Really enjoyed both presentations today. Well done. Really good. Terry, thank you for your week. Really good update. Those of you, what's a reminder and an update? A gentle reminder that those of you who have done the EBF interlinking, please, I'm happy to invoice you. I'm also very happy to receive £3 cash. The success of that, 3 of the websites that we've done it on have already started to reap those rewards with Google. Google's found my page, the Solitaire page, and the Ammo-Hive page, and he started pushing out bonus points. So Ammo-Hive's gone up 3 points, Brooklyn's got up 11 points, English Tutor +5, Mercury Electrical +5, Solitaire +2, TML +5. On a 100-point scale, it's a big move, not just because of that, but that's just what's happened in the last week. So it's all a positive direction for us.
Yeah, excellent presentation. It's good for us to know what we can get to you as far as that's concerned. So yeah, excellent presentation, and thanks for the air slot, Stuart, who you were bearing in mind. And yeah, I went to James Synergy team meeting last week, and it was very good as usual. And thanks Paul for the fruit of a referral. Yeah.
That's all. Great insight, Stuart. Nice to see the visitor come back. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I think you're like a little bit nervous about the presentations, but your content is brilliant. It's fascinating. This is about very really interesting, and you also know a lot about it. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah, the synergy meeting. That's about it.
An excellent meeting. Good to see you soon. Do you do property portfolio policies?
Yes.
Or? Excellent 10 minutes. Really where you went in depth into the processes you go through for years to money. And this as well. Totally agree. The way you frame it and put the value on it. Jane, synergy meeting. Thank you. Scribble that one down. And website Thingy Jiggy, Scott, and sorry, I didn't know how to spell Thingy Jiggy. Don't show it to the cafe. Oh, give them that. Sadly, I won't be here next week. I wish you all. My wife's having an operation. I'll be in Harpenden before you guys even start here. So.
Just to check quick, did Paul Lee manage to jump out without someone taking a look at him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So did I, yeah. But he's going to watch it on the camera.
Yeah. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
You know, it's not that energising, he's just shot out of the door. Okay, so I really love the topic of that S-Lot because it's so easy for product-based businesses to give stuff away and eat into their profit margin without realising quite how much they're doing that. So that is really valuable advice. Leann did some work for me a few months ago in this area that I just couldn't get right, the seating area. Not only did she do a brilliant job, I've had so many comments, people that have been around, including people that came on this weekend and just loved it and commented on it. So thank you so much, really grateful because it was a real headache, thorn in the side. I've got a referral for Dave Roberts. Thank you. And I've got one for Andy. And it's really nice to meet you, Stephen, and hope to see you again another time. And have a great evening.
Yeah, thanks very much for making the effort. I know it's a bit of an effort to get here, but hopefully you'd like to see you again. There's plenty of work, 64 life insurances, but plenty of work being for, so hopefully see you again. Well done, Stuart. Very difficult professional services to do that, but thank you for those pointers. Appreciate that. Good. And Leann, wonderful. I haven't got any referrals, but I'm working on outside referrals, people that I know, in other words, builders and architects and things who I deal with, and I'll get those to you. So not referrals, but they're contacts.
Yeah, contacts.
I won't introduce you to my wife because she loves these bloody questions. And good synergy meeting, Jane. Thank you last week as always. Very well done in the notes.
Thank you.
Yeah, great meeting, great candidates.
Thank you.
I'll keep you away from Whitefield. Nice to see you, Stephen. Insurance, I'll send you an email over and then I'll schedule in for my renewal. Education cost, Stuart. It's brilliant. We did give the visitor changes away for free, but we've sold 3 more systems with a slightly inflated cost to take the changes. So, not quite for free, but it produced more business because of it. That's the Scott. Very much. Then I've got a thank you to the money for Stuart, for Solomon Steve Door, our next member, and for Blake. So I'll give it to Stuart because he's got the most money.
Yeah.
Great meeting everyone. It's nice to be back. Leann, I thought it was a great presentation. I've not seen yours before, so it was really good to see that, and I'm really looking forward to your masterclass, so I can't wait for that. Great education slot, Stuart, so appreciate that. Blake, I'll get some of that AI stuff and send that over to you. Aiden, I know I still need to do my will, so I have to finish that. Scott, I think we were gonna, I know Carl wanted to do that thing.
You're going to arrange a one-to-one.
Yes, exactly.
On it all. Yeah.
Stephen, it's great to meet you. Good to have that contact. And I have a referral for Paul Booth. Clarkson.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you, everyone.
Yeah, it was a really great presentation. I can't wait for them to come after class and they come back with people on the jobs for done. And yeah, that was a great presentation as well. It's actually really good food for thought for me when I'm starting new clients. I've got 2 referrals for Scott, which one was already done and the other one you know about. Friend and Mosby website. Mushins replied to your call. And I've got this great synergy meeting and thank you for the money to take. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Steve. Happy to see you again. Have a good week, everyone.
Thank you. Paul Lou. My husband's getting married and needs an official there. I have mentioned it to him. Can you give him the details? Oh, James Synergy meeting. Absolutely lovely. Onward. Stuart. Why have I written down Stuart? Because it was a ruddy, marvellous beginning to the event. Thank you very much. Very inspirational. Stephen, nice to meet you. Yes, I will have something coming up. I've helped to run a building that's been divided into 9 properties, and we do insurance in the spring. That would be very useful to see you here. And Leann, I thought it was wonderful. So we will partake in some of your brainstorming sessions. So you can buy a session of time, and she'll come and give you ideas. And you handled Roger very well. I have to say, this is one of the problems in our house. We still don't have electricity. Yes, with you. And we loved it. We implemented some of your ideas. We absolutely love them on a daily basis. So it's not just about your skills. It is definitely about the way you introduce new ideas that didn't make Roger do that. And that is a talent. So I commend you for that, and I can't wait to use your skills again. Thank you very much.
What about the Christmas tree? What did you do about that?
I left that there, that's fine, it was good.
Oh, right.
All year round, Christmas tree.
Good.
But yes, thanks for the introduction. I've actually been thinking about perhaps offering a little bit. So been quite helpful, it really has, thank you. Nice to meet you. Hope to see you soon again in the future. Thanks everybody. Oh, I was at your synergy meeting last week. Very good. Thank you. Oh yeah. That one is from Harold to Paul.
Thursdays.
What about the wedding place, actually? But that, yeah, well done, Leann. Excellent presentation. Thanks for doing the running. Let's see if we can find some, at least contacts for Leann moving forward. We all now know what she can do and what she's looking for. Right. Before I send you on your way, I will, as usual, open the floor to any announcements, notices, or anything that you want to make. Is there anybody up for that?
Full and orderly queue.
Yes, don't forget the, yes, moving around all the line. Right, okay, in that case, it's dull, it doesn't look very nice out there, it's not going to be particularly nice for the rest of the week, but I nonetheless still hope you enjoy yourselves, and I hope that I will see you all back here next week to do it all over again.